Hi everybody. This video is about how I grew my YouTube station to 1,000 views in 2 weeks. When I was recording and setting up and deciding to do this YouTube video, one of the things that I struggled with is how do I get people to look at my videos? And even though there's lots of information out, I think is important to understand is your level of passion about what you're doing. YouTube videos take a lot of work, they take a lot of time, and it's not instant. It depends what you want to do on YouTube. I think if you want to actually grow this into a business rather than entertainment, you're going to have a different strategy. So what I would say to you is this. First of all, if you're deciding that this is a business for you, then you need to get into the mindset of a business. I am a business owner and I'm doing this YouTube station not in a way that I ever dreamed I would. In fact, when I first got onto YouTube, I love YouTube. I have watched it for years and years and years, and I have watched it for all kinds of things. But I never dreamed that I would actually be on YouTube with my face on YouTube, and being able to put myself out there because I am a very shy person and I don't like judgment and criticism. And I know that once you put yourself out there on a public platform, you are absolutely going to get criticized. And it's not something that I care to engage in. Nonetheless, I was in a position in my life that I was very, very motivated to turn this into a business. Again, I am a businesswoman. I've been extremely successful. And so how I got to 1,000 views in 2 weeks was something that I think is important for you guys to know that do not have a business background and you're wondering how do you begin to build. Now, not only this video is talking about how I got to my first 1,000 views in 2 weeks. But what you have to understand is in those 2 weeks, I've also made money in those 2 weeks. And I do not have advertisers from YouTube. I do not have any of those things because I have not gotten to the point of subscribers, should I say. So you can do this. You can make money. You can build your network. You can build your viewership. You can reach these landmarks too. And I know it's extremely daunting, but let me tell you step by step by showing you what I've done so far. So I want to show you here proof that this channel has only been open for 2 weeks. I opened this channel, or it went live September 5th, and the analytics you're looking at are between September 5th and September 22nd, 2020. Today is September 23rd, 2020. And as you can see, I have over 1,000 views. Now, when I started this station, it blew my mind to think that I could have 1,000 views in such a short space of time. But I am, again, I'm a business person, so performance is extremely important when you're handling your YouTube station like a business. One of the things that you have to understand is that it is a business, and even though I've taken a hobby of mine and I've turned it into a business, probably that's what you're doing too. Because if you're looking at my station, not only are you looking at the fact that you want to go from 0 to 1,000 views in 2 weeks, but you are probably thinking that, how do I make money too? And how do I grow this into a business? The first thing I think that you should do is really limit the amount of money and budget that you're going to spend on doing this. It's really important to understand that you have to know whether you have a good business idea or not. And the fact that I've got 1,000 views in 2 weeks is validation that I have a good business idea. Now, you have to set your milestones and you have to know how quickly you want to reach them. If you do not set your milestone and a goal, you're never going to reach it. So if you've got insecurities, if you're concerned about your content, things like that, you need to really go on your expertise. Start off with what's easy. Don't start off with something difficult. So for example, let's say you are looking at this video because you are a mechanic and you really want to have people come to your station so you can show them how to kind of do how-to videos on mechanics, right? Fixing a car. But let's say your true passion is vintage cars. And let's say your true passion is not only vintage cars, but they're vintage cars from, they're muscle cars from the 1970s. Now, I have no idea what I'm talking about in regards to cars. So, but if you're a mechanic looking at this, you definitely know what I'm talking about. So even though you want to grow your business because you might have a garage that you fix cars in, don't go with this overarching view and broad view into all that information, because it's too wide, it's too varied. Find something specific that you're really good at, that you can feel very confident at when you're producing the video and making the video, and get it recorded. So in this situation, yeah, you may be a trained mechanic, you may be able to fix all kinds of vehicles, but on the side, what is it that you're doing on your off time? You love muscle cars and you love vintage cars from the 60s and 70s or whatever that is, and you really have a niche and a passion for this. So this is where your videos should begin, because if you're bringing and designing from your passion from the moment you begin, you will automatically begin to draw like-minded individuals. And like-minded individuals are going to begin to look at the rest of your content. Now, the second thing I would say to you is, so one, focus in on your passion. So for me, I'm actually a psychologist, and I have a trauma background, an extensive trauma background, and I have been in the field since 1994. I could be talking about a million things in psychology because I know a million things in psychology. I have a true passion for helping people in trauma and these kinds of things. But what do I do on my downtime? What do I do on the side? What do I do with my friends? I actually do readings because I have been a psychic medium since I was a child. And I was thinking, well, how do I do readings online? And I couldn't figure out, well, how do I do a reading? Because of confidentiality, no one's going to want to have their reading recorded and for me to post it. Now, hey, if you want that and you would like a reading, your reading posted online, you're free to do that and contact me, and I'll definitely do that for you. And we can do that. But this is what I was doing on my side, right? So this is the equivalent to the mechanic, just really focused in on muscle cars and on his off time. So because I've been doing reading since I was a child, and this stuff comes so easily and effortlessly to me, but recording on YouTube does not, and it's a huge learning curve, it was natural for me to just begin to focus on something that I'm very good at. And so what I started to do were these tarot readings. And what I did is I contacted, well, first of all, I recorded them. So if you look at my September videos, and I created, again, I'm a business owner, so everything is organized. If you go into my station and you go under videos, and then the link next to it, you go under playlists, you will see that I have begun to organize everything. So you have horoscope readings under September 2020, you have horoscope readings under October 2020, and then you have special edition readings. Now, I also have a friends playlist, and this is not public. So for me, even though my channel went live on September the 5th, I recorded the September readings the last week of, or I think the second to last week of August. It took me, and if you look at these beginning videos, I have no makeup on. There's no lighting. My shirt's not even sitting straight, but it didn't matter. And the reason why I left the videos, because what I found is that the videos were valuable. It didn't matter how I looked. I really didn't care. The videos were actual true readings. And so I wasn't playing around in the reading. The reading was real. And the reading was exactly for the time frame that I was recording for. So because of that, I didn't scrap the videos. I am never somebody that goes without makeup and my hair and you know, I'm a psychologist, I'm a doctor. So for me, it's very important that people perceive you as a professional. But for me, this is kind of fun, and I wanted to be more relatable, but more importantly, what I was producing in those videos was accurate for September. And so for me, it was really important to keep the videos, even though, I mean, when I look at them, I laugh at them with the way I look. It's kind of crazy. The angles are wrong, the lighting is off, my shirt's not straight. However, let me tell you, the content in the reading, the actual reading is accurate. So I thought this was going to be easy, right? I'd record my videos and then I would get them online the next day. Holy moly, that was not what happened. It was such a learning curve for me to learn how to use YouTube, how to upload videos, how to do all of that. And I was so grateful, kind of, because I am very organized. And I did have, again, when we go back to performance measures, and I'm going to do another video for those of you that would like to learn about this, how to kind of create a performance measure in your business and achieve it. I created a performance measure, not a written one, because I've been doing performance for so long and setting goals for so long and attaining them easily and effortlessly. It is kind of something that I don't need to sit and write down. Once it's in my mind, I can create it and achieve it. And so for me, that's why I had recorded the videos 2 weeks prior, because not thinking, let me tell you, not thinking it would take me 2 weeks to get these videos uploaded. What I was thinking, in fact, it took me 3 weeks, because the date of the upload is September 5th. But I was thinking it would take me about 2 weeks to kind of edit the videos, get them in the way that I wanted to, re-record these videos and do all of that. So when I listened to the videos, I didn't want to re-record them because they were actual true readings. And my next challenge came into how do I get them up onto YouTube on time? And I was learning from young people. I mean, they were great. All of you on YouTube are absolutely amazing. And those of you that put out learning videos and how-to videos, thank you so much. There's this one, I got to give her a shout out. There's this one video. I'll put her link in the description, but she speaks so fast on her videos that I might actually send her a shout out and also ask her to re-record the video, because I don't want to do it, because I don't want to take away something that she's already done. But she's brilliant, and if it wasn't for her and other people like her posting how-to videos that had gone through the struggles of how do I just get from zero, nothing, to getting the video up there, I would not be in the position that I was in. So the learning curve for me was very, very long as far as I'm concerned, because I honestly expected this to be intuitive. Now, the next thing I have to tell you that makes this process easier is I have a Apple MacBook Pro. And I don't know what the Windows system is like, but I had it in my office in my private practice, and it was excruciatingly long, and time consuming. And that is just with an update. So those of you that are used to Windows know that your lifespan is going to be shortened by doing these videos on Windows. It just is. Because everything on an Apple is instant and it took a long time. So, and it's more intuitive than the Windows. So do what you feel comfortable with, whatever. If you have Windows, stick with Windows. If you're about to buy a new computer and you've always used Windows, then look into playing around with a Mac. You know, keep it for 30 days, look at videos on how to use a Mac. But to be quite honest, I think my whole process went even smoother because I had a Mac. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the fact that, so I set this performance measure of I wanted to be live and have these videos up running. And I wanted to produce enough content because I know for me, when I like somebody and I'm kind of resonating with what they're talking about, I instantly go and look at their other videos. And so I would recommend that for you. So going with the car mechanic that is passionate about muscle cars, you know, listen, my nephews, for you, those that are serious business owners and really want to turn this into a business and figuring out what your passion is, because there's so much to learn on this video platform. If you're new to this video platform and posting on YouTube, I really think that you should go with something very, very easy that you're super passionate about, and then later on see how your business grows and then transition, right? Transition into the area that you want to go. And I'm going to do that with my station, and I will be producing videos as I get from 1 mile marker to the next, showing you how I do it. So I've started off with a complete no-no in my industry, which is tarot cards and psychic and mediumship stuff. And I've basically been in the closet with my psychic and mediumship abilities my entire career. But you know what? I'm out now, and I really don't care what anybody thinks. It is a part of who I am. It comes easily and effortlessly to me. No, I am not channeling the devil, and I don't care if you think that I am. You've not walked a mile in my shoes, and so this is my passion, and I help a lot of people with my readings, and I always have since I was a child. So it's a bit scary to put yourself out there, but that's why what you should focus on is what you're confident about, because the quality of what you produce is going to be better. So I was talking about my muscle car guy, right? The mechanic. So, you know, he is what I would advise. So let's say you're the mechanic, right? This is what I decided to do. I was not going to just post one. And this is, again, as a business owner, I made a decision to do these tarot readings because I instantly could come up with content every single month. Meaning there are 12 signs in the zodiac. That's 12 videos per month, at minimum. But once I started to do the 12 videos, I hadn't even finished the 12 videos and the creativity started to flow. And that's why it's really important that what you choose to start and launch your business off in YouTube should be something that you're passionate about. Hopefully you can connect it ultimately to the direction that you want to go. But hey, I'm a psychic, I'm a medium. Let me tell you something. When you do what you love, it automatically takes you on the journey that you were born to be on. I'm telling you that for free. You don't even have to click on one of my readings to see that. So anyway, so the guy with the muscle car, you know, think about it. Before you launch your YouTube station and start to do anything, think about, brainstorm per month, what could you do videos on and how many videos can you produce, right? So with YouTube, you have to get over a certain number to get over a 10-minute video. And then, you know, there's mile markers and you can look all of that stuff up. So you only need to create 10 minutes of content But if you're the muscle car owner, what you want to think about before you even start to create a video, don't buy equipment, don't do any of that stuff, don't worry about the lighting, don't do anything. The first thing that you have to do is brainstorm and think about how can you produce content, because the minute somebody clicks on your station, if you're anything like me or anything like you, what do? When you find somebody that you like, the first thing that you do is click on the other videos that they have, because you want to see, hey, this person knows what I'm talking about. So I have people that will message me, and they will message me and tell me that they've shared the video with, or they know somebody that the video resonates with, and it totally is them, and they've shared it with their friends, and they're sharing it with their friends because they're going through that situation. So remember, you've been passionate about something, so you have a different way of looking at things. So again, going back to my muscle car mechanic, one of the things that you need to do is brainstorm, right? You got to commit to producing your videos, and commit to producing a high number of videos before you ever launch your YouTube station. So again, forgive me, I know nothing about cars, so I'm brainstorming and I'm not even the mechanic, all right? So first thing that I can think of with a muscle car is videos on, so think about 12 months out of the year, right? Because your subscribers are going to want to see your content monthly, sometimes daily. I know that there are so many people that I get into on YouTube, and I really wish that they would produce more information, because they're a master of their craft, and they may produce 4 or 5 videos on something, and I'm like, oh my God, I really wish that they would produce more, and they just don't. Or they take a huge lull in their recording. This has just happened to one of the tarot readers that I follow, who I think is brilliant. Now, he kind of went off the radar for a month, and just a month. And I kind of found other tarot readers in that interim, because he wasn't producing content. When he finally came back, his reading was still really, really good, but I don't know. I'm wondering if he's going to be available, So think about those things. Plan it out. Plan out and brainstorm. If you have a friend that is in the same, has the same kind of passion about you, or somebody that is very trustworthy and will not steal your idea, or do it by yourself, but brainstorm, right? So first of all, what I would recommend that you do is think about, do you have the time and the energy to produce a lot of videos? And, if you want to create income streams and things like that, then this is going to be a journey. It really, really is. And if you're passionate about what you do, it is an effortless journey. When I'm creating these videos, I can be up, and I literally can sit for 16 hours and create videos and upload them and do all the design work and things like that. Even though this is not my area, I can do it because I am so passionate about what I do, and the feedback that I'm getting from others is just kind of fueling that passion. And so I feel like I'm on the right track. So decide realistically, can you produce a lot of videos? If you look at my video content just for September and October, I have produced 34 videos. And again, that creative energy starts to flow. And for me, I am already thinking about, so basically, once you start with a passion, you begin to create all different types of ideas. Now, I was saying to you about the brainstorming. The first thing that you want to do with the brainstorming and really deciding, can you commit to this? Can you create what it is that you need to create? Sit down and write out 12 months of the year: January, February, March, April, May, June, etc., to the end of the year. Right now, we're nearly at the end of the year right now. So let's say you look at this immediately. We're September 2020, right? So think about not this year, but think about next year, right? So 2021. So wherever you are, at whatever point you're looking at this video, if you're looking at it January 2021, then don't only think about the year ahead of you, but think about 2022, right? So this is how you begin to create performance measures. So you always have to look in advance, right? So let's start by just writing down the 12 months of the year, January through December. Now, if you're my muscle car guy, you're going to just keep that list off to the side. The next list I want you to design is just a brainstorming list. So again, this is not my area of expertise, but I drive a car and I love cars, but I know nothing about cars, right? So mechanic, muscle cars. There must be a muscle car that you're into, like American. Well, I think muscle cars are only American, right? So American muscle cars, colors, the years, the type of engines, how they changed. What's the difference between a Ford and a Chevy? What's the difference between the colors? What is so unique about these muscle cars? What is how do you how do you buy a muscle car that in 5-10 years time is going to hold its value and increase its value? How do you change a spark plug? Now, I don't know if there are spark plugs. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But do you see what I'm saying? This is not my area, and I can easily think about all these different topic ideas. Where are muscle car conventions? Where are they in the state that you're living in? So if you're in Florida, where are they in Florida? How many times do they occur a year? How many times do they occur in Wyoming? How many, you can do you see what I'm saying? It can go all over the place when it's your passion, right? So even though you're a mechanic that has a garage that fixes cars, and what you want to do is start driving business to your garage, what's ending up happening is, as you create your YouTube station and you're creating this thing and you're talking about this thing that you're really loving, what you end up creating is a momentum and an energy where, yes, you're definitely going to gravitate and generate people that want to come to you, Mr. Mechanic. But guess who's going to want to come to you? The people that are passionate about muscle cars too, because you are now showing your expertise in that area. How brilliant is that? What if your garage went from becoming a garage where the off chance you'll get a muscle car and you can work on it and you love it, but what if you became a business owner that your specialty is only muscle cars, and because you're generating so much interest and followers in YouTube, you are able to open up a business and hire people that just deal with that niche of the business, and you are sitting pretty because you're doing what you love and you're producing content that only you can produce because you've spent years and years and years of interest studying this. So create that and brainstorm, and then take each one of those sections, right? We have 12 months and we have all these ideas that I just kind of rattled off. Now, whoever you are, rattle off your own ideas. So stop the video, rattle off your own ideas, or after the video, don't stop the video. So after the video, sit down and do that. And focus, right? So focus in. So if you're the mechanic and really what you want to ultimately do is drive people into your physical business, then that might be the area that you start off on. But what I would do if I were you is I would do the how-to videos on how do you fix your muscle car, how do you do this, how do you do that. But see where where you yourself are starting to feel passionate about. If you're not feeling passionate about how to fix a car, but really what you're talking about is the history of these muscle cars, talk about that and produce videos on that. And in between the video, tell them where you are. Tell them about your business, and traffic will be generated there anyway. So this is a quick and easy way of being able to figure out what your videos are, being able to organize the content of your videos, and to figure out a 12-month strategy, a 24-month strategy. I guarantee you, when you start talking about something that you love, it will start to generate